If you follow the steps I'm going to share in today's video, you will not only get into your dream schools abroad, but you will also get the funding that you need. Let's get into it. Hey, what's up, my friend? Welcome back to the channel. So today I am going to give you a step-by-step process, and if you follow this process, you will easily get into your dream grad schools abroad and you will get the funding that you need. So for today's video, you need a pen, you need a paper, you need to write things down. So let us jump right into it. Step number one is for you to determine what really matters to you when you think about going to school abroad. I've worked with a lot of clients at this point, and some of them tell me, doing what I care about is getting funding. That's the most important thing to me. If I get into a school and I don't get funding, I'm not going to accept the admission offer, okay? But I also have some clients that tell me, doing the most important thing to me is prestige. I need a school that has a name, okay? I am not going to a school that nobody knows that school. I want a degree that once I graduate from that school and I tell people I went to this school, I went to Harvard, I went to Yale, people are like, oh, okay, you're smart. So that's what matters to some people. But for you, you need to determine that one thing that is the single most important thing to you. Step two is if funding is the most important thing to you, for instance, you now need to create a list of 5 to 6 schools that offer good funding. And you may ask, doing how on earth will I know that a school offers good funding? You can ask your friends that have been to different schools abroad, that are currently studying abroad. You can ask them, how much funding did you get from this school? Do you think your school offers very good funding to international students? Those are the kind of questions you should ask. Number two is you can also Google it. You can search for schools with the best funding for international students in Canada, things like that, and you'll begin to see a lot of things that other people have written. And if you're looking for an easy way to figure out schools that offer very good funding, just click the link in my description. There is a whole lot of schools that I have put together in my template. So there is a list of 500 fully funded programs and scholarships, and I put all of that together. You can get it easily if you click the link in the description. So if you click that link, you find a lot of templates, and that list is one of the things that I bundled together in the template package you will find in the description. And why is 5 or 6 the magic number? I don't think there's a magic number of schools, but I think 5 is a good one, because not every school you apply to, like, you won't get into every school you apply to. I mean, some people get into all the schools they apply to. I did get into all the schools, I think, or almost all the schools I applied to, I think, except one. But it's just good for you to be safe. Another reason you want to apply to 5 schools is, even if you got into all those schools, you may not get very good funding from all schools. So that's why it's important for you to apply to at least 5 schools. So step number 2 is for you to create a list of 5 to 6 schools that you want to go after. Step number 3 is for you to go to the school's websites and figure out if they have some events coming up, some webinars coming up, and try to join those events. Usually, if you join those events, you will qualify for an application fee waiver. A lot of these schools that you're applying to abroad, the application fee is about $250, $200 if you're applying to some of these expensive programs. And if you want to get an application fee waiver, you can go for their events and you will qualify. Another way to get an application fee waiver is to just Google schools with application fee waivers right now, something like that, and you begin to find that some of these schools just offer application fee waivers if you use certain codes or things like that. And then a third way that you can get application fee waivers is to write the school. If you've tried the 2 methods that I just shared and you still haven't gotten all these schools waiving your application fees, then you need to send them an email introducing yourself and how interested you are in the program and you'd love to be considered for a waiver. And then they'll tell you, okay, we'll consider you, or this is something you need to do, and then we'll waive your application fee. Some of them will ask you, do you earn below this threshold? And if you say yes, I currently earn below this threshold, they'll say, okay, we're going to waive your application fees. Get application fee waivers as much as possible, except of course you are a rich auntie and you don't need waivers. Okay, if you have money, to apply to all these schools, spend $1,500 or something, then that step number 3 is not for you. But I'm talking to people like me that need to get all the application fee waivers that they need. Just go through these steps that I just shared and get an application fee waiver. That is step number 3. Step number 4 is email schools to get a test of English waiver. Listen up. If you are from an English-speaking country, or you did your undergrad degree in, and the primary language of instruction during your undergrad program is English or was English, then you should not take IELTS or TOEFL. You need to email the school, basically introducing yourself and telling them that, oh, you went to this college for undergrad and the primary language of instruction was English, so you shouldn't be, so you're requesting to be considered for an English test waiver. So that's something you need to do, and with this you don't need to spend money taking English test, and you don't need to waste your time doing that. So email that school, and usually they'll say, okay, show us proof that the primary language of instruction during your undergrad program was English. And once you share something with them, like a transcript or whatever, or a letter from your school, they will waive that. Now, if you want to know how to write that email, you can find it in one of my templates. Just click the link in the description and it will take you right there, and you can just copy my templates and send it to the school. So easy. So that is step number 4. Step 5 is for you to find your recommenders or people to write your recommendation letters. Typically, for most schools, you need at least 2 recommendation letters. If you're doing an MBA program or some sort of professional programs, it's usually best for you to find 2 people that have supervised your work, or 2 people that have worked with you before, like your previous managers. But if you're applying for some academic type program in some places it could be what they're calling like thesis-based programs and things like that, try to at least have 1 recommendation letter from someone that has that knew you when you were in school, like your undergrad, or someone that supervised a research project for you before. So the thing with recommendation letters is recommendation letters act as a stamp of approval. So I don't want to go into all those details today. Maybe in another video I'll share more about recommendation letters, but the trick is try to find people that would accept what you want them to write. There are specific things you should want your recommendation letter to have, like specific areas, like the weakest parts of your application or of your candidacy. You should ask those people, like, could you please write a bit more about my analytical skills? Could you please write a bit more about my team skills or leadership skills? Things like that. Now, don't choose people that you don't trust, and don't choose people that would not want to write on the areas or topics that you want them to write about. Those are the wrong people, and those are red flags. So step number 5 is to find the right recommenders for your application. Step number 6 is to write a strong personal statement or essays. If you're applying to MBA programs, you will likely write essays, but if you're applying to regular master's programs, you will likely want to write a personal statement. Now, let me tell you something no one is going to tell you. Essays and personal statements are a marketing material. I feel like I should say that one again. Essays and personal statements are purely a marketing material. That is your opportunity to really tell the school, listen, I am the best thing since sliced bread. And that's it, okay? So that is really your opportunity to shine and tell the school, I am the best thing. I know you should give me a spot in this program and you should fund me. Of course, you're not going to say those words, but it's really your opportunity, the opportunity that you have to showcase yourself, to bring your story together. Now, let me give you a pro tip for writing your personal statement or your essays. Always write stories. Instead of saying, I would love to apply to this school because I am a great candidate or because I am this. No, write a story that showcases your motivation, your interest, why the school is the most important thing to you, but wrap everything in stories. And if you want to know how this works, I have templates, and I have sample personal statements. If you just click the link in my description, you will find everything there. If you don't know till now, I have created templates that will help you through the entire application process, and it's super affordable. Just click the link and you will see everything, different kinds of templates, different kinds of examples for different for all the steps of the application process. So just click the link in the description, you will find everything you need. But if you have questions, I'm always checking my comments. Okay, most times, not every time, but please put your comments, questions in the comments below, and I'll check them. All right, that is it, my friends. If you liked today's video, at least if you like my jacket, okay, and if you like the content I shared today, give it a thumbs up so I know that you liked today's video. Okay, all right, thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.